Hello friends, and welcome back to our homestead. Today I would like to talk to you about some of the failures that we as gardeners often see, and I'm going to be honest about it, and I'm going to share my struggles. I mean, come on, there's almost nothing left on this plant. Look at that. He was a little low to the ground and they just crawled all over him and nibbled on him. Same thing here. Look at that. Look at that. A little further down, there's only stems left, literally nothing else. A few years ago, a battle against earwigs, or pincher bugs, some people call them, began. I believe they love to live in my garden because they love that moist, dark, cool soil and rotting wood. And we use untreated wood chips as our mulch in a garden. Also, all of my garden is surrounded by untreated wood, again, as the barrier. But again, that's where they love to live and survive and thrive and grow their little babies. And they have a ton of babies. So, earwigs, pincher bugs. I have posted a video in the past, and I will put a link to it in a description box so you can go ahead and watch how I battled with them a couple of years ago. And this year, I wanted to try something different. I wanted to try to use diatomaceous earth, food grade diatomaceous earth. And I thought that that would be enough because I've noticed that after I planted some of my greens, especially cucumbers, zucchinis, and kale, and cabbage, I've noticed that they were nibbled. Every morning I would go and do my inspection of the garden and I would notice new little holes, new little bites everywhere. And I knew that that is not the job of a slug because slugs do different damage. This was pincher bugs. When I would dig in the soil, I would often discover a whole nest of pincher bugs and they're running around everywhere. So I knew that they do exist in my garden. And I tried diatomaceous earth. I would sprinkle around each plant so carefully, hoping to protect my plants. Unfortunately, every time it would rain, it would wash off diatomaceous earth. And once diatomaceous earth is wet, the powder is wet, it becomes inactivated. So therefore, it did not work for that reason. So I went out and I got new plants and I replaced those that I started from seed. It was a very painful experience. And I tried that again, hoping that, maybe the new plant, a little taller plant, would survive, would live again. And I replaced my cucumbers, some of my greens, and I was so excited about it. Unfortunately, we had monsoon rains. And we had such strong winds and rains for a couple of days that we had flooding in some areas. And guess what? Again, it got diatomaceous earth all wet and washed away. 2 days later, I discovered that most of my greens are completely devoured. They're completely eaten down to a stem. And it's a very painful thing to find. So, my answer is diatomaceous earth did not help against pincher bugs. To answer some of your questions, you're already probably thinking, well, Lilia, isn't it diatomaceous earth going to harm bees? Yes, but I use diatomaceous earth only on the plants that do not flower. Okay, like my cabbage, my cruciferous, they're not flowering. So I felt safe using it there. Regardless, it did not work. So I'm going to plan B my old-fashioned way, and I'm gonna do what I've done before, and it's soy sauce and oil traps. So I'm gonna be using recycled takeout plastic containers with covers. It is important that I use covers because if without covers, they will fill up with rain overnight and everything is gonna be destroyed again. So it's important that I have covers for all of them. So as always, I'm going to make holes on the side. So take a look at my other video, I explain it or what I'm doing. So I'm gonna make holes on the side where they will crawl in inside. And for some reason, they are attracted to soy sauce. I have no idea why. So I have some soy sauce. These are also from Chinese takeout food. I'm gonna be putting, and some just cheap oil I'm gonna be mixing in here. And I'm gonna be putting this throughout my garden everywhere, hoping to attract them and kill them that way. I'm sure it's not 100 proof, but I've got to fight somehow because right now they are destroying my garden. So this way they will crawl inside, not too low to the ground, and I'm going to fill up with a little bit of my concoction here. So I'm just going to take some of these soy sauce packets and I'm going to fill it up inside and mix with some oils, because the soy sauce will attract them and then they will not be able to get out of the oil. Oops. Making a mess here. It's like a science project. I don't think I got this one. All right, and one more. I may have to make more of these to put all over my garden, especially where I see a lot of damage. But I can tell you they are really attracted to my greens, my a little more everywhere, a little more. Okay, and this is just some recycled oil that we had after frying, I think it was after frying a turkey in the deep fryer. All right, a little oil everywhere, because like I said, they will not be able to come out of the oil. And covers go on. And let's go put them in our garden, just like this. So I think I'm just gonna see how they all eaten over there. Only stems are left. That one has literally gone. It's almost like you can't even see anything anymore. So I'm gonna put one here, and then I will check on them in the morning to see if they attracted any pincher bugs, and I'm gonna do that throughout the garden. I think I'm gonna need a little bit more, few more of these traps. I mean, could this be something else other than pincher bugs? Could this be slugs? I don't know. I mean, completely destroyed plant. And right next to it is the same thing. And the next one is the same thing. The next one is completely gone. I mean, I need to find a solution, and quickly. So I hope that these, you know, traps that I set up with soy sauce and oil will work. A special damage over here, goodness. This Napa cabbage literally eaten down to nothing. Well, I'll put one here as well. Oops. All right, I'm gonna go put one by the cucumbers as well. Over there, and by the zucchinis, because that's where most of the damage is, by the zucchinis, cucumbers, and my kale and Napa cabbage. This cabbage is also nibbled, but not as bad. To answer my own question if this could be slugs, it is not slugs. I also set up a trap with a cup, cutting out holes on the side and putting a cover on top just to make sure that the rain doesn't get in. You know, this is like your coffee cups, right? And I poured a little beer inside, and this is what I find. And I find a bunch of pincher bugs. So it is not slugs. It is pincher bugs that is eating my garden. All right, friends, I hope you are encouraged to try natural ways just like me. And if you know of any good method to fight with pincher bugs or earwigs, whatever you want to call them, please write in the comments and share your thoughts, your methods. I would love to learn. Please share your methods. On this note, friends, be encouraged and try something new.